Okay, for those of you who watch my channel, know that I spend some time out in Wyoming, and you've seen probably some of my other videos around steam locomotives. Union Pacific in Cheyenne, Wyoming keeps a couple of very large vintage steam locomotives, and one of them is the one they call Big Boy. It is a restored locomotive, the largest steam locomotive ever built. They had a number of these. Currently, 4014 is the only one still running, and they only bring it out on special occasions. So this year, for the 250th anniversary of the United States, they're going to make a special run, and it's in two phases. I just found this out here recently. Now they've posted the first schedule. Union Pacific is mostly a western U.S. line, and so their first run is going to be from Cheyenne out to the west. And here I'll show you. First of all, they have, you can always get this information from Union Pacific, but they have a web page for their, what they call their steam program. And 4014, as I said, lives in Cheyenne, and they have a link to their steam schedule. And so what's coming up is, this is their steam schedule, and two major public display days, one at April 10th and 11th in Roseville, California, and April 18th and 19th in Ogden, Utah. They're also going to do an eastern leg and go out to the East Coast, and they haven't given us a time or a route. Apparently, I think it's Norfolk Southern that they're working with to be able to go across and get use their tracks to be able to go out to the coast. But for the moment, they're going to start on the 29th of March out of Cheyenne. And while they say there's no public access, as they go across the country, here's the first one. They're going to come in and spend a half an hour in Laramie, and then they're going to spend a half an hour at Medicine Bow, Wyoming, and so forth. They're going to go across here, and you can see the whole list. There's Rollins, there's Rock Springs, so they're going to go in different increments across Evanston, through Utah. And here's the map. So they're going to start to Cheyenne, and they're going to work their way across. The red line is outbound through Salt Lake City and out here through Nevada and into California. And then they're going to come back on the blue line, blue dotted line, back to Cheyenne. And, this is going to take them a couple of weeks to go across. A number of stops there in California. Again, a lot of places where they're going to make half hour or maybe only 15-minute stops even, where if you like to see the largest steam locomotive, I mean, this thing is a beast. I've been around it. I had the steam shop tour you can see on my channel, where I've been on and around this in a static display, where they've let me up into the cab and into their, what they call the steam shop. But if you like steam locomotives and you're on the west side of the country, you might, get a chance here to go and visit and see. Just kind of scroll through here. I mean, this is their website. So you can go out to, do a quick search to the Union Pacific steam program and see it. And they've even got a tracker. It's like a GPS map style tracker that will, when they're running, you can tell where the train is at any point because it'll display the location on the map. And they come all the way through. Here's Ogden, back through Evanston, And here on Friday the 24th, they go through Laramie, and they're going to end up, they'll end up coming back into the shop in Cheyenne. And then they claim that, and I expect it's true, they'll need a multi-day maintenance program to go through and make sure the locomotive's in good shape before they head out on the eastern leg. And I know when I was in the steam shop the last time, about a year ago or so, they were making preparations at that time to make an excursion. It wasn't a real long one, but they were going to head down to Greeley and to Denver. And so they were going through, and you can see in my video, I mean, they've tagged all of the valves. I mean, they were taking every valve apart. They were taking, you know, when they go do maintenance, they go over the entire engine and make sure everything is right before they head out. These are big mechanical marvels. I'll go back to the main page here, and you know, they've got it says 25 of these were commissioned for Union Pacific starting in 1941. And if you've seen some of my videos, I've got one on Sherman Hill. If you're coming out of Cheyenne and you're heading west, you have to clear. Cheyenne's at about 6,000 feet. The rail yard's at 6,000 feet. In like 25 miles or so, you have to clear 8,000 feet to get over the mountains to go to Laramie. It was the biggest hurdle in getting the intercontinental railway all the way across. I mean, there were big hurdles in California where they had to cut tunnels and so forth. But out in the west, in Wyoming, that was the biggest thing. And it's a steep grade. And they built these locomotives mainly to clear that steep grade and to get a couple of others going into Utah. 133 feet, and it's an articulated one where the front part of the front wheels actually rotate independently of the rest of the locomotive, or it wouldn't be able to make the curves. It's a really cool old locomotive. And then the diesel world came, and they retired these, you know, in the 1950s. But this one is still running, and if you want to see it, here's the western leg. And you know, when I find out about the eastern leg, I'll put a video up on that one for you too. So, hey, enjoy your day. Thanks for watching.